Hello there. Okay. Is everything working all right? Hopefully it is. I've had a few techie issues this morning or this afternoon. That looks all right. Okay. We got Tommy, we got drafts, and I did see you before when I had like the soft start to the stream. Let me find your name. Blockrez. So hello to you as well. You did your GAC, you got 874 points, good. Yeah, all right. That sounds all right. We're going to go here. I've been a bit tardy. I was busy last night, so I couldn't do pretty much anything on SWGOH, so we're going to juggle a bit here. I need to do my fleet climb, and I also need to do TB. So we've got things to do. Yeah, it was my mum's sister-in-law's husband's birthday. Worked that one out. It was his 70th birthday, so we were out having a meal with them. Just a little bit rude to have your phone doing TB at the table. Let alone the raid. Thankfully, the raid doesn't need to be done today. All right, as soon as we can get this on full auto, the better. They tried, but they didn't yesterday. I was on them like a... Well, I was on them. So, yeah, I locked them out. They didn't even get second yesterday, so... Chances are they're going to try again today, so we'll just have to take our time. But that's the one advantage of doing some stuff before GAC. We have got time. Here we go. I've done the reinforcement anti, so full auto. If it were possible, I'd do it, drafts. If it were possible. Hello, Snappy. How you doing? I don't know if you've seen it. I assume you have, but I've just bought the premium pass in Grand Arena. I had to wait until I got 50 gold from my missions. And yeah, the progression you get from that is crazy. I don't even think it's intentional, but yeah, I got it, and I already got Mole Man. So, worth getting if you haven't already done it. I was going to say, I'm imagining Snap. I said the SWGOH one. I don't think the Grand Arena in Marvel Snap's bad, by the way. It's just... it hasn't pulled me in like I know it has some people. It's still alright. You saw the Fantastic Four movie? It was decent? Good to know. I've said to myself, in August, I would like to try and go at least to the cinema once. Probably to see Fantastic Four, but if we can squeeze in twice, I'll try and get Superman in as well. Not a lot of action, though. That's fine. How I view it, right? The Fantastic Four doesn't need to be heavy action. I mean, obviously you want a bit, but I feel like if there's going to be action with that team, it's probably best safe for like an Avengers type of movie, you know, where they're literally there to showcase their abilities. Whereas, you know, you think about, say, The Incredibles, there wasn't like an overuse of their abilities in that, was there? I think they both knew that they had to have a good month. You know, Superman obviously was starting the DCU, and Fantastic Four knew they had to land those characters this time. I think if there had been a failure with Fantastic Four, the franchise probably wouldn't have survived it, at least in cinema. But maybe I'm just dumb for saying it, but I had faith both would do well. You know, I think Superman's just an IP that will always gain interest. You know, you got these Snyder cultists who were trying to like talk it down. I'm like, really? Hey, Upsop, how you doing? this is a good one, isn't it, with the mods? Ooh. Hey up, Mike. How you doing? We've done that, haven't we? Yep, cool. Right. Well, I haven't done the GC, but saying that, that's not a priority. Okay, let's start with the ones I don't like. What to do here? JMK? If I remember right, you do 1, 2, 3, 4. I think. I might be completely wrong though. Oh, I missed it. Sorry, what is it? For Proven Grounds, better to get your team Padme Relic 3 or go Relic 5. Honestly, Relic 3 for Padme is probably the most you need for that. I mean, I'm saying probably because I never used Padme for it, so I couldn't really like talk about the difficulty level. But yeah, probably Relic 3 is a good point to take them, and then, you know, if it feels like, oh, it's still a bit difficult, then, you know, you might need a bit more. I think the thing to remember as well is a few of those characters do have higher requirements elsewhere. I mean, Padme herself is a Relic 8 requirement for Lord Vader. Jedi Knight Anakin is a Relic 7 requirement for Sith Eternal Emperor. Ahsoka is a Relic 9 requirement for Galactic Legend Ahsoka. General Kenobi is a Relic 8 requirement for Jedi Master Kenobi. And the 5th is whoever you've put in, but say C-3PO is Relic 7 for Jabba, I think. So, yeah, it's either Jabba or Leia. So, honestly, there's no upper limit. Sop, you're facing an opponent today that wasn't really difficult, but just had the same idea. You both set Splacko with Dart Ray with the Focus Chron and Southpaw, so we're basically trying to outbanner each other. I think a lot of people thought that would be how GAC would go. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I've just realised we've got a taunt here. I thought this was a full auto, but I may have misjudged it. Yeah, I need this taunt to go away so that I can get to Mara. Oh, wow. Like the bloody brick. Alright, we're dead here. Yeah, Mara's quite literally a one-shot machine there. Wow, okay. Ooh, well. Let's do 1, 2, 3... 4 and 5, I guess. But yeah, I think a lot of people thought Grand Arena would be a bit like this. You know, that with Rey, it would be like a wall block and suddenly we'd be able to just try and do half clears, but Kenobi's been a decent counter for it, so I think people just like more options, you know, and I respect that. I don't particularly like having to use a Hodocron on Luke, but saying that, the next set seems to have an option to alter it, so I'm okay with that. There she is, Luke's wife, yeah. Although I'm not sure if it was at that point. I think at that point they were sort of flirty. I might be wrong, but if we're talking about when she was the Emperor's hand. Oh, I do remember from when I read some of the bits around the extended lore or the expanded lore, but it's definitely a long time ago for me. There we go. I'm curious if they could still bring Mara Jade into current canon. Like, either they have it that she dies before The Force Awakens, which would be a bit awkward in terms of the potential for future stories. Or have it that... Ricky now. Have it that something happened that we never saw, like off screen maybe? Like she was doing an Ahsoka and just not in sight for the sequels. All right, let's do that. Oh, wow. They're absolutely wrecking me. It's amazing how much Ezra can lift this team. Like, I use him on my main account and I can full auto it. It's all because they can't mass assist. Crazy. Although saying that, I think I have Kyle as well. Kyle's probably helping with TM gains. All right, I'm pretty sure in the time that I've been doing that, my fleet node will have refreshed, so let's do that. With 7, let's jump to 3. Sorry, blue. But yeah, I think it would be kind of cool if, a bit like, say, Bix in Andor, it'd be kind of cool if something like that had happened with Mara. And maybe, for instance, Mara had already left before the Ben destroyed the Jedi Temple. That would be an interesting little angle. Could even add a bit to Luke's self-loathing, if you like, in Episode 8, as far as he didn't just lose, like, the Jedi he was training, but he also lost his family. Like, she was right, she knew something would happen. I feel like that's one of the things we can do with Star Wars. You can always try and retroactively retcon things. I feel like there are certain things that I'll lock, but there are certain things that you can work around just based on, like, gaps in dialogue. I seem to remember Mara Jade was around in, like, the Legends canon for the Yuzon Vong invasion. That's something I would really like to see come to the big screen. I suppose the only downside is it would make extraordinary characters that have abilities very bland, but I suppose there's that angle then of what happens when they are human, if you like, rather than superpowered beings. I bet there's someone who could work on a script for that and make it interesting. You get my point? Oh, that was bad. I did have the ult and I didn't use it. There's still one, but that was a whoopsie. Do you mean the actual videos, or do you mean the stories? Well, that is history, though. There's always a cycle of violence. There's a victor, and then there's another cycle of violence and a victor. You know, it's not unlike real life. You could argue globally we're in a sustained period of, I wouldn't say peace, because obviously there isn't peace everywhere, but the idea that we haven't had, like, global shift. But it's not unfathomable to think that it is possible. You know, and that's kind of the point of these things, that, you know, something like that can, well, I would say can happen, it could happen. Like there's a quote attributed to Winston Churchill, I think it is. Something along the lines of, history will remember me as a great man. I'll tell you why, it's because I will write the history. You know, and it's something along those lines anyway, and it's that simple fact that, you know, if you win a war, or if you win the conflict, you get to decide how people remember you. Okay, we're all good here. No, this is Kashyyyk. Okay, let's get to Tatooine. I have got to do Raver as well. I mean, there is an argument I could have done all this like before starting the stream, but I think I might as well just get it done while I'm here. I've got to do my fleet climb anyway. I was looking at it and thinking, can we save Bastila? I think that is something they should look into down the line. I mean, I'm sure that those who did Game of Thrones were being linked with doing something during the Old Republic era. But I think because of how Game of Thrones ended, they were pulled off it, for lack of a better way of putting it. I do think it's where they should explore. You know, go to an era where we don't know any of the characters. Which, in defense, the High Republic was trying to do for the most part. Well, the Acolyte, you know. Yeah, but just do something where we don't really know people. I'm not even saying do Revan and Malak and all these lot. Just do a story that's got more twists and turns, essentially. Might be the idea once, like the Filoni-verse has been finished, the Mando-verse. Got Cartel. Got 2 here. This isn't a great idea. But saying that, hopefully auto basic is enough to win. Wheel and Agi will die, but hopefully Boba and Cad can hang in there. I need to work on my relics for like Bush and Chrysanthemum. I didn't realise the revive was only for Hut Cartel. I thought that Scoundrels would get a revive. Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe it's not Scoundrels. Maybe it's Smugglers. I know there's something that brings them back at the start of a phase. Or a wave. Yeah, I mean, they could ask those people. I mean, to be honest, I think you could argue they're having enough difficulty trying to get a Old Republic game off the back burner right now, let alone actually trying to, you know, do anything else. Right, let's do the Fennec one. Don't really want that. Yeah, let's go Empire. We can do... That should be alright. Alright, they should die soon. Well, you know, as soon as they take a turn. That's it. Come on, die. Please die. Okay, that was just rude. Yeah, I wasn't letting that one through drafts. All right, let's do this. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's call Xanadu to assist. We'll hold that a minute and do a basic. Yeah, I figured we'd lose Xanadu. We're doing all right for time. Okay, call the assist. Basic. Call and assist. And we base it. I don't know why I went that way about it. I should have gone for the Poundstooth starting lineup. Oh, okay. Is it your GA opponent? Oh, okay. That's something. At least it wasn't anything negative. I know when I see that, you know, like, oh, someone sent me a message, I would have a little bit of a ooh. So, yeah. I'm glad it wasn't anything bad. Yeah. I mean, that obviously won't help. Probably not. I think someone doing that would probably be creating more problems for themselves, you know what I mean? Probably just as wise to actually play smart rather than try and hope your opponent is gullible. Maybe it doesn't have punishing one. Because you think, before punishing one, people did use the triple attacker lineup with IG 2000. It's just... Oh, he did have punishing one. Yeah, I don't know what to say there then. Yeah, that's a bit of an odd one. Even if you got it, you'd probably start it and just hope it does enough to start with. Very awkward match this, by the way, because I knew I could just fall auto it because this guy's only 6 stars. He's obviously managing to climb with his 6 star because he can just bring out Scimitar, but one of those where you go, yeah, I think you're getting a bit lucky getting first every day here. I think if Scimitar came in as a reinforcement first, naturally, the meta would be broken. Probably be a race to see who's like got the... I don't even know. It would probably just be a RNG fest again, wouldn't it? Because essentially we'd all be sort of just seeing who gets the first reinforcement. Yeah, I can't say that'd be fun. All right, we'll take them. Let's just log out a second. Sorry, this just taking a second. All right. There we go. One of those things where I'm not very good when I have to concentrate on something. I have to, my mind sort of takes full focus and I'm not able to sort of like just do idle chit chat. All right, we're nearly there. Spotted dog hold your collar. I'll admit that isn't a phrase I've heard. All right, let's do this. But yeah, I've never heard that sign. Ah, okay. I've heard of touch wood. I do touch wood quite often when I think something needs to. I don't know. I would like to say my desk is made of wood, but I couldn't actually say. It's probably something like MDF or something. Yeah, exactly. When you said the other one, I was confused. Okay, that isn't good. Okay, I need to get Purge. I said 6 stacks. Do that. Trouble is, that's a hell of a lot of detonators on 7. That was a bad opening. Hey, nice one. I really wish Piston's U-Wing had a bit more use in the game because it's a ship I really loved. For sure, I'm going to say it's a nice little back-to-back, that. I stand by it, though. That was one of my favourite fleets. Home 1, Han, Piston, and Biggs' X-Wing. Just felt fun. Profundity's close, but it just loses a bit of that charm because you don't get the TM gains. I mean, I feel like compared to Ahsoka and coming up Hondo, Leia seems very friendly. Even Profundity wasn't that bad because it only needed 1 R9. Yeah, I mean, how I view it with Profundity, you can afford to do it a little bit slow because it is usable below 7 stars. The only one that you really need to push is Leviathan. I mean, obviously you don't want to be taking 2 years to get it from 4 to 7, but, you know, if you're obviously being conservative with your crystals, you know, don't rush it. I am still in this area where I'm thinking to myself, it is possible that we get a change entirely to Fleet. Like, something resets Fleet entirely. Like Fleet 3.0. That's where my head is right now, because it's just been so long without any new fleet or any new ship. It makes me think CG might be thinking they've got to rethink things. I might be completely barking up the wrong tree, but it would not surprise me. F-Salm, did we win? We haven't started yet. We haven't started GA yet. I've been busy doing some TB of all things. Speaking of which, I do need to do my other accounts as well. You haven't beaten the Malgus Proving Grounds yet. Ooh, that's a bit rough. Can't remember what you used to do that. Again, I haven't done a lot of the Proving Grounds because a lot of them I've managed to get done ahead of time, you know. I know online there was a list of things that work and don't work. Leia should. She's pretty well balanced. Hey, old pal, how you doing? All right. I'll come back to that in a second. Oh, where are we? We're 9. Where's our friend? 3rd. Okay. The Fleet Arena War is still going on, T-Max. I managed to get first yesterday and I blocked him from 2nd, so I'm feeling good about it at this moment in time. I mean, this is the thing. Right now, I'm not convinced there's a new ship. I don't know. I'm wondering if they entirely rewrite Fleet as we know it. Again, maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree, but you're talking about something big for at the end of the year. I could buy into that. There's something that essentially takes away Fleet Arena and replaces it with something else. You keep your ship so you haven't lost any time and investment there, but something entirely different happens with it. Again, I don't know. Maybe I'm just barking up the wrong tree. You were 9 away from top 200. That's unlucky. That's unlucky. I mean, saying that you're still knocking on the door, so, you know, you're doing good. We're talking about like Executor and all that lot. It wouldn't be the worst thing, but I think they want to make them have difficulty still. That would be a kind of cool thing for Proving Grounds. The only trouble is you'd lose it if you ever had to do it. I'm in that vein of thought. If there is going to be a new ship, I would like it to be a lifter. I'd like Red 5, to be fair, but I'd rather we introduce powerful ships rather than adding more overly complicated capital ships that we don't really need. Yeah, just before I came on, I saw Arnold's speculation theory on that. I'm not going to be surprised at that either, I'll be frank. I think it makes sense, not just because of the relic changes, but just for the fact it's so long since we had R9. And yeah, it makes sense that they try and add relic 10 in sometime soon. I mean, to be honest, I've been expecting relic 10 for about a year now. But again, I just feel like Fleet's been neglected, and it's got to the point where it's either there's a reason for it, or they've just been absolutely neglectful towards it. So it's a coin toss where you want to put your money on CG. Yeah, I mean, I thought a level increase was going to come last year, but yeah, I think it was just all just a bit of coincidence with them doing like the assault battle changes, you know, the Duel of the Fates and whatnot. I mean, it's possible. I imagine anything like that, they'd have to work on the code in a bit, so I can understand it taking a bit of time. Not just a simple case of increasing the gear level, as it were. Yeah, the star changes, it's hard not to feel like, whilst it is good, there is probably another shoe that hasn't landed yet. You know, we're still waiting for the bad with the good. Like everything, it comes in twos. I don't think they'd do a new gear tier just for the fact that Relics was essentially designed to replace gear. But yeah, I could definitely see them adding Relic 10. Oh yeah, if you're talking about Relic 10 in general, then yeah. Yeah. The idea is it takes less to get to where we are now, but it will take more to get to where we need to get. That sounds more complicated than it probably is. I hear words coming out of my mouth and I'm like, that just sounds like verbal diarrhea. I mean, Relic 9 was for tanks. I don't really know what you could do for supports. Because they've said that in the past, whether they stick to it or not, but they've said in the past they won't do speed. And speed's not in any relic as it stands, so unless they started adding to it, I don't know how they could. So, in my mind, the only thing you could do is, like you say, just go for offense. Just try and give attackers a boost. I mean, they could, but my god, that would be annoying. I mean, the thing I would say with Strike Force is, to my knowledge, a lot of people don't like red stars. At least when I was playing, it was a thing that wasn't particularly liked in the game. So I'd be amazed if they went down that road thinking, oh yeah, let's do this. Now you see, again, this is a while ago. Red stars were difficult when I was playing. Like, you'd maybe get 2 red stars, you know, but it was very hard to get 7 red stars, you know what I mean? It was like having to god roll to get 7. MSF are on diamond stars now. Again, it's another way of progressing, isn't it? Right, that's definitely new from when I was playing. It must have been something that they added in to sort of ease progression. But yeah, I can't remember when exactly I stopped playing. I think it was when, not long after SWGOH came in the game, I think. Again, I wouldn't be against a mod change. You know, I think that 7.mods wouldn't be the worst thing. You know, start with 7E, as it were. You know, just allow us to do that one upgrade on mods. But yeah, from there, yeah, I think that'd be fine. Yeah, again, I think that would make sense if in Smuggler's... I wouldn't be too surprised if Smuggler's Run 3 didn't launch with just stuff we've got already. But then later in the year, they then say, right, Smuggler's Run 3 will also include these things that we need. They've done that in the past where they add something into something they've just released. Yeah, I feel like Relic 10's a safe bet. Yeah, like I said, I could definitely understand that point of view. I mean, I would have thought Smuggler's Run 3, either they're going to do it for 6E and above, or they're going to just give you the same as what Smuggler's Run 2 does, but it's the idea you've got 2 opportunities a month, if you like, to do it. A bit like, say, our Assault Battles have CT2 and CT3 for the same rewards. Visually, it wouldn't be that exciting, but it is still doubling your income. Oh yeah, for sure, it does make sense based on that. I'm just saying maybe that's what they'll start with. Let's do that. Yeah, I could believe something along those lines of like, we're going to just leave you with a bunch of stuff to deal with, right? Happy holidays. I could believe that. That'd be their way of saying, right, we've dropped the bombshell. We're going to go off on holiday and we'll come back to the dumpster fire once we're back. That seems to be the gaming development way. Okay. What time am I doing GAC? We're probably going to start in just under 20 minutes. At this point, I might as well just time my climb to knock this guy in place. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No worries, no worries. At least I can full auto these battles. I mean, the only one I've seen doing R7 was the one with like Count Dooku and some of the other C requirements. That was actually pretty decent. I don't blame you, Hal. I don't blame you. I'm only, I said it before, the only reason I'm doing it on stream is the fact that I was busy last night and I thought I might as well do it now than not do it. The removal of events would be really nice sooner rather than later. I mean, if they could just patch that in, that would be really nice. I'm not too bothered about the tokens right now. Maybe when they come in, I'll be like, oh, wow, why couldn't we have them sooner? But I think right now my mind with them is what you haven't got, you don't miss. So, yeah, that's just something I'm curious about rather than anticipating. I mean, I wasn't expecting the star changes until later in the year. I think I must have misread the post because I was assuming all of this was to come, not right away. But yeah, for sure, it would definitely be nice. I think the biggest thing for me as well, I'd like it if they gave training droids some use again, because I don't know about anyone else, but when we have a day where you go on your phone first time of the day and you look and you think, right, what's the new event today? And you see it's a training droids event. I just think it's a wasted day. I'm like, all right, fine, there's nothing to do today. I would love it for that to actually have a point of, oh, right, I should actually work on this, you know, and it's just an absolute waste. Unless you're like a brand new player, you're not doing anything with it. I really hope not. I really hope they don't go down that road, because honestly, I would rather full Caratex any day of the week over those tokens. I mean, genuinely, if they did that, I would probably not buy the pass. For me, the value would just drop instantly. For all I know, though, I've got a trillion training droids. You know what I mean? I couldn't say, but it feels like I've got that many. All right, nearly there with all this. Oh, I've got to do Raver as well, so that's going to take a remod. This is why I always like to try and do it in the evening. One, so I'm not streaming it, but also because it's just a load of remodding days like this. Going back though, I feel like the big thing with all these updates, as much as, you know, I've said I think something could happen with Fleet, there's a consensus Rally 10's coming, maybe a level increase, mods, etc. A lot of this seems to ignore the core problem that the game modes themselves do need a rework of sorts. It just feels like TB takes forever at this point in time. You know, it's an exaggeration, but it makes you wonder if the devs have said to themselves, right, we're not altering TB because if people want to be quick, then they can apply Omicrons. I don't know if that's what their logic is, but it feels like something needs to be done with TB. Maybe they could make it that TB Omicrons allow you to use the character at any relic tier, as long as you've got relic 5 minimum or something. Maybe that would boost it, because that way then at least get value out of an Omicron no matter what level they were at. I don't know, I'm speculating. But yeah, TB takes a bit of time. It's not the worst game mode, but it takes time. Conquest can take up to an hour. GAC can take about an hour. You know, it's just one of those where you do look and you go, they just need to cut some of the time out of the game. There's got to be something that, from their bottom line, they can look at and go, right, we can afford to drop this. We can afford to alter this. I mean, TW is probably something that is the least time intensive, depending on how much you play. Like, if you're like me, it's no time at all. Whereas if it's like someone in a top guild, it's probably the most intensive game mode you've got. I think it would still have to be guild versus guild. That's the thing. You don't just... I don't think you rip up that style of game mode. You know, it's, for me, it's a core kind of mode in these games. It's something that, it's not exactly the same game, but it's something I feel Marvel Snapper's missing right now. We've got alliances there, but we haven't got guild war or alliance war. And it really feels bad. You know, we're like, come on, give us something to do with these alliances, and the devs are just taking their sweet ass time over it. Well, the thing is, it came out before GAC, so it's no wonder it's a bit backwards in that point of view. That's what I mean, you know, it's an old game mode. It really does need a refresh. Yeah, I mean, of course, GAC was based on TW, but singular. But, again, they've refined GAC, whereas they haven't really done much for TW except for add more teams. And that was a while ago. I did see that before, Team Max, and I didn't actually reply to you. I haven't actually tried Raver without remodding. Go on, I'll give it a go, just save doing a remod. I'm curious how it goes, because I always remod so that Piff has got the accuracy arrow, but go on, we'll give it a go. If anything, I am short on time. I was going to say, can I please get 6? Let's heal up there, I guess. Let's hang out with the raid. Party of 12. How you doing, folks? All right. Can I just wrap this up? There's a point when you just think, I'm kind of done now. I'm wiped. I've got to somehow get through GAC. I had 3 pints of lager last night. 3 pints of lager, and I had a bottle when I came home as well. I always say a bottle there, I might as well have had a bloody binky bottle. Jeez. I'm just feeling very slow today. I haven't had a coffee either. All right. Our tolerance is just down on the floor. All right, good call before it's worth T-Max. All right, we got the star there, so I can just full deploy here. All right. Can I make an attempt here, or have I been stopped already? Yeah, he's already engaged. Third, so I can go for second. That's okay. Not what I want, but I'll take second. And it was my own fault just for the fact that I stalled a bit. Well, I wouldn't say I stalled. I should have done the battle before going into Raver. I saw the time when I was in there and I was like, oh, I've probably missed it. All right, let's base it there. So if you haven't been able to tell, I've done zero planning for GAC today. I've got no idea what my opponent's doing or anything like that. So we're going in very blind. Okay, we'll pop that down. Base it. Okay, we'll get rid of Razor. Yeah, we do lose Fury Glass. That should destroy Slave 1. All right. Honestly, this is where I find this kind of weird thing this Rey Skywalker's doing, because it's where I find it funny for the fact that they're probably now going to engage in battle until 4 o'clock, whereas I've just taken second and I'm done. It's like, okay, fair enough. You just hang around, just stalling your battle. Granted, I do the same, but it's like, it's where I'm just looking and thinking, come on, man, you're going to reach out to me sometime soon and say, can we work something out? Okay, just grab these before I forget, and then we're into GAC. Okay. So our opponents attacked. We did win the last round, by the way. This round, actually, I'll show you the last round. We're up against Alice Legenda. They didn't clear my profundity. Did 2 attempts, couldn't get through it. Took 2 on Leviathan. 1 shot my Executor. I don't think they had many. Oh, correction, they did have drops. They dropped 3 times on Slacker. Nothing on the south wall, so Qui-Gon, Boss Nass, Balin, and Rey all 1-shot. And the rear wall all 1-shot as well. Baby Lil Vader didn't do anything. Alright, so up against M. Let's restart that. So they got GP advantage on me, 12.8 to 13.3. 16 more Zetas than me, 340 to 356. Omicron's 54 to 60. We're a GL behind. Relic units 263 to 277. break that down a bit more. Relic 9s are ahead, 12 to 17. Relic 8s, I'm behind 18 to 34. Relic 7s, I'm behind 98 to 118. I'm ahead on the 15s, 88 to 57. Okay. Mods are very favourable. 110 25 pluses to 33. 341 20 pluses to 160. 513 15 pluses to 351. Criticron, they've got advantage. Quick skim of the GLs, the modding looks on point. Yeah, nothing's standing out. They seem to know what they're doing. Maybe a little bit odd going for speed defense on bow, but that's one thing I've seen amongst several. Well, you know, amongst several good. They've got CX2 with the Olmi. The Olmi's not relevant, but CX2's an indicator at least. They've got Balin. Whether they had it, I don't know. Could they have had it? Was it available on Monday? I don't think it was it? I'm in Kyber 1 right now, yes, Josh. We got in last week and we've just managed to stay there this last round, so hopefully the rewards can keep trickling in with it. Fingers crossed. Okay, that's a very fast Darth Bane, 293. And that's a very fast Seer, 275. Maybe they'd done a remod recently, but a little bit odd, that. Okay. So, again, Profundity looks to be holding. Rilich, hello there. How you doing? And Kadabug, how you doing? We've got no holds from Tuscans, GG, Finzori, or Slacker. We're doing okay. Just seeing what they've done, because this is the first we've seen it. Qui-Gon, Bosnas, Balin, and Rey no holds. Batwall, no holds from Saw, Gas, or Baby Lord Vader. But yeah, it looks like Profundity got the hold. 3 drops on Executor, 2 on Profundity, so my fleet is doing some work for me. Right, let's bring the plan screen up. As always, praise to Bit Dynasty for the website. Thank you for the resub, Kadabug, 18 months. Very much appreciated. Let's reset this. Where's the button? There it goes. And let's see what we got. So we've got Boss Nass. We've got Mon Mothma. We've got Queen Amidala. And we've got Savage lead. Something I've seen for a while. Nothing too crazy there. I've got to respect that. You know, that could be annoying, but we should be alright if we just take something in to overkill it. Boss Nass wasn't the great one, but they have got the stun level 6, so it could be annoying with defense. They put Barris in there with Queen, so we can't... Even if we had got Saw on offense, we couldn't just one-shot. Ideally, we could Bane that. Alright, we've got Ahsoka here. There is no Ezra there. We've got Jabba. We've got Rey. And we've got Lord Vader. You've just got back into the game for my content. Very nice. Well, thank you very much as well for that, as well for watching mine. But yeah, honestly, I feel like Card 1 is a little bit sweaty in that regard. You get a mix of accounts sometimes. Like, I feel like that top wall is sort of what I see a little bit in terms of meta-ish, knocking me in mic, sort of meta-like teams, but not actual GLs, whereas this South wall's maybe more rare at the moment, where I'm seeing 4 GLs and I'm thinking, oh god. So, yeah, it's a little bit of a mix. Alright. I'm thinking we're going to do Queenie on Rey. What's the speed on Jensen? 277. We should be able to outspeed that. So, Great Mothers. Oh, hang on, not you. There we go. Jabba is Afra. Lord Vader is Leia. Then... I'm kind of tempted to just slow down at that point and say, let's just see what happens, because if Slacker's at the back, we've got a problem. But the fact that they one-shot Slacker on defense makes me think maybe they use Slacker. So, yeah, I think we just stick with this wall for a minute. You've only just got your first GL last night. Which one have you gone for? Josh, nearly everyone I face has 10 Focus State Crons, all Relic 9 new Mace and stuff. I've faced a few Maces already. Last round, actually, that was not fun. It was the Temple Guard Focus Datacron, and I took in Malgus. Yeah, I kept misseen blind on my side. So yeah, I had a few bad leaps. Pills, do we know when the parity of battle is supposed to drop? Is it before or together with Hondo? I don't know for sure. I think they implied it was next month. So I'm sure they said next month. Let me double check it. Let's go up here. I really don't like the forum. I'm just going to be up front and say that. I find it so difficult actually getting my head around it all. Here we go. This August. So yeah, it's going to be August. The Lightspeed token, essentially, yeah, it's going to be like a bundle, but you get it for free. Go and do a certain character and a certain faction, it seems. So I'm sure they said it's going to be Separatists and Smugglers to begin with, and then they'll keep doing different themes for the tokens. It'll probably be loosely around the eras we've got. So I wouldn't be surprised if we don't do a new Bad Batch token. All right, let's start with this. We've got Darkside Crons. And which one is offense? This one, cool. Let's be token, they haven't said. I wouldn't be surprised if it isn't like October, November. Could be wrong. Okay, so Mark or Doom Jensen, Blessed Spirit. All right, one down. Cool. And then full auto. Oh, is there a title update Monday? Fair enough. Yeah, I actually want Young Khan at Rally 5 for that reason. I've got him at Gear 12 and I wanted to take him up a lot sooner than I will have done. I've just not had time to do it. It's a shame. I did take the rest of my smugglers up to Rally 7, and or at least the prepared smugglers. And yeah, he's just flipped out away from my little project list. All right, that was a good start. Jab jab. I was pleased how Afra did last round. I haven't heard anyone say about it. I would assume that Lord Vader clones are doing all right, but I don't know like how good they are. The thing is, I'm only on like Relic 7 plans myself, so I just haven't seen anything about they're all right. I'd assume they're doing all right though. I mean, I don't know about the Vanguards on the light side because again, I haven't seen any little fall footage, but I bet there's something going on, that there's some testing going on. So you're thinking they're going to be in this coming month? I tend not to do roster reviews, really. It's just for the simple fact that I tend to go on and on and on when I'm doing them. It can take me, I can be looking at a roster for an hour. So I try and avoid it just for that reason. If I have time, I don't mind doing a quick one. Let's have a quick look at this again. Game changes new. Is this the thing that's getting me right? It must be Monday, yeah, because this is the foundation for our next large update coming later this year. So I think I'd read that as all of this was coming later this year, but obviously we've got a lot of this already. So yeah, it must be coming Monday. That's kind of cool, that. As long as they don't take away my car attack, I'm all right. What's my game name? It's oh, you're talking about. If you're talking about me, because my name's Josh. Temmin Wexley. If you're talking about Josh and Osh, I don't know. All right, let's get the Africron on here. I thought it was Josh and Osh when I was saying it. I was like, I'm being egotistical here. All right, let's go. Oh, and I need to refill my drink. Do it after the battle. I always remember watching QI, and there was some talk about that on there, in the sense of people are more likely to respond if they think someone's saying their name. You know, it's just an instinctive thing, like we're programmed to know our own name, so whenever someone says it, even if like there's multiple people who have it, you'll always turn your head for it. And I'm like, yeah, I feel that. I had 3 other Joshes in my class in primary school. And every time their names got called, I was like, yeah. That's the weird thing. I knew you got me as an ally. I was like, why are you asking me? Here we go. Burn, baby, burn. Can we dispel? I can't remember. Apparently not. Okay, protection disruption, we got it. Although we've also got buff immunity, so that's yay. Go on, we'll do that. As much as I can understand why people will be glad when Afra's Datacron's gone, I've enjoyed having a feeling very consistent against Jabba. It's not like she goes down badly when you've got B2 in the team, but it's like levels, isn't it? You know, I'll just miss it how it is right now. It also means I'm going to have to do something different with my droids. Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing you can say. At least Jabba can be more defensively viable again. And I stand by it. Why is my droid not hitting like that one the other day was? That was honestly one of the most demoralizing things I've ever felt in this game. All right, 64. I'm going to refill my drink. You've got 1,944 credits at the moment. Don't spend them all at once. In fairness, I spent 10 million on the signal data and the shipments. I'm a little bit low. Not that low, but a little bit low. Okay. Let's get to Lord Vader, shall we be polite to him? I was debating do we go for his nickname or not, but let's not tempt fate. I've not ever hit the 100 millions, I don't think. It's almost like a little indicator to me if I've got too many credits if I start getting into the tens of millions. All right, let's do that. Right, that's Appo. Oh no, that's Trooper Dam. Okay, cool. Let's dispel what we can. Let's just do... We get a stun, maybe? No. For all I know, we can't stun them. Yeah, I kind of want disguised out. Yeah, Order 66 is still on Drogon. Oh. Be careful. Be careful. Oh. Okay. Daddy. Daddy. Oop. Just hold it a minute. Get rid of this one. Maybe I went early there. No, I think that was actually... Yeah, that was well timed. What do I know? What do I know, eh? All right. Galactic Republic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is Krennic. That is the support Kron. Just convincing myself I'm doing the right thing here. Okay, let's do that. Ooh. Just a bit of caution. All right, can we just do that? Ooh. Okay, she's going to have an ult. Ideally, we could have got the handmaiden back in. I don't like this. Bang goes after. Okay. Just a bit of banner bleed here. Okay, 61, we got through, which is the main thing. Okay, squishy back wall, we can take that. We've got Finn. We've got Qui-Gon. And we've got Hera. Anything big? Yeah, it's the Heracron. Okay, so no Tuskens. It didn't have Ezra, no. It just had Fulcrum. But it does work with Ezra if you can outspeed Ezra. You follow the same strategy, but leave Ezra and Ahsoka last. So you kill Ezra and then Ahsoka. Then the kill order is Jensen, Huyang, Sabine, Ezra, Ahsoka. It's a pretty good counter, to be honest, as long as you've got the mods on. You essentially just need Morgan and the Great Mothers to be faster. Well, Great Mothers first, then Morgan. The Omicron on Morgan helps, but it isn't a necessity either. Right, we've got a fair bit to play with here, haven't we? So, I think we throw Sia Malicos at that. We throw Bane at that. We can do JML on that, maybe. Jab, jab there. Go Raver there. See there. And Kenobi there. That is a lot of extra stuff. Mothers need to go first before Elsbeth, or mothers need to be faster than Hobo Ezra. They need to be faster. They need to be faster than Ezra. So right now, let's just bring it up. Here we go. And speed. Here we go. I've got my Great Mothers clocked at 343. My Morgan's at 341. And I have actually got Spirit. Spirit should be next fastest. I'm not sure why Night Troop's a bit quicker. 287. Oh, and another little thing. Sorry. Accuracy arrow on Spirit, just so that you've got a better chance of hitting Ezra. But yeah. The idea is if these two, in this order, are quicker than Ezra, you should be fine. When I haven't faced Ezra, I've lost once, and that was just because General Syndulla got a little bit out of control. She fractured Morgan and things went wild. But as long as something like that doesn't happen, again, from my little experience playing it, it's fairly smooth. Right, so shall we go to the top wall first and start there? Let's do a bit of JML-ing. And I think we can afford to use the JML Cron, because why the heck not? Why not? Odacron. So we'll start with that. And then send this straight to Luke. And Luke can get to work. So I think we start with this, don't we? And then Hoda. Duns. Or not. Again, do that. Okay, we can't do it there, so we'll do it there. Pass that to Cal, I guess. Let's put that on Master Luke so he can come out of that frustration. 4 assist to get as many hits on that as we can. Shield down, cool. That's irritating. I went the wrong way, I guess. Alright, let's cleanse all that junk. Coin middle, coin third, yeah. I knew it was something to do with the middle. I remembered a lot of it, just not all of it. Alright, let's seal up actually. Let's give that a go. Okay, that's not bad. Let's pass this to Luke so we can start going bananas. So coin. And mid. Then coin again. Done. Mid. $63. I'll take it. Okay, Bane time. And we should have a decent cron for him. Not sure where, but we should have. I think we go for that for the crit damage. Cheers, Tommy. Okay, drain. I know Barris is here to make things awkward. I'm just hoping in the grand scheme it doesn't matter too much. All right, that's actually kind of perfect in terms of I can actually now just work around Barris. Ideally, I can get Mace out so he doesn't start shatter pointing me a lot, but... yeah, Foresight could be annoying. Okay. Very wary of Barris's health. I know we didn't perma-kill them. It's almost like she's trying not to heal as well. Has she actually used a heal? I swear she's just using basics at the moment. Like, usually the AI loves spamming abilities. I mean, at this point, I am actually thinking to myself, do I just take the risk of them all coming back and think Bane could potentially wipe them? We've got a fair amount of stacks on us. I can get through his protection. He's actually very, very squishy. Such a funny sight, that. Hey, we got him. Cool. Okay. 65. What did I say I was going to do with Mon? Yeah. Loot Flash. Cheers. Alright, Ufus. 1 Ufu, 2 Ufu, 3 Ufu, 4 Ufu. Might as well have 5 Ufu. And we got a nice Cron for him. Let's go. Let's dispel all that. Okay, throw some rocks over at Kyle. All right, let's just get rid of you. Throw some rocks there. And bring down the sky, why not? Some might say it's early, but I don't think it's ever too early. All right, nice clean 65. And then Sauvage was Jab Jab. Go on, let's go for that. Okay, pop that on Sauvage. I don't want to underestimate this team because I do know that Treya can get Jabba down to just Jabba. So it's one of those where I'm like, let's not underestimate it, but let's just try and get it down as quickly as we can. Yeah, put that on Jab Jab. And over there again. Cool. Yeah, I'm not liking Bush right now. She's looking a bit squishy for my liking. Yeah, bye-bye Bushy, baby. I should be able to start one-shotting though. Alright, let's get rid of Treya. I want my tank to be able to tank. Let's hit Talon, why not? I think we can full auto from here. These lot haven't got enough to deal with us. It would have been nice if we could have kept Bush around because she would then healed, but yeah, it's not what was meant to be. feel like we need shock landing on him so that he can stop getting so much TM. And buff immunity wouldn't hurt. Alright. Have your meal, Jabba. Well, the Rancor. Jabba's Rancor, I should say. Alright, 62. Banner drop, but it got us through. Next up, Finzori. Finzori is Kenobi. General Kenobi. You know, I'm going to do something I shouldn't do, but I'm kind of in... I want to play around with it. I've got these and I haven't used them yet. So it's like, I haven't used them outside the raid. So I'm like, come on, let's just see if they can do something. Okay, so let's give them a whirl. This seems like an ideal battle for him in terms of Zori. Alright, so let's put that over on Finn. But I want to mark Zori. Okay, she managed to dispel that. That's annoying. Might as well just keep hitting Finn. Again, let's see if we can mark Zori. Alright, Zori's out of the way. Let's go for Resistance Finn. Can I ignore Taunt? No. Let's just nuke him then. Might as well just stay on target now. Right, ideally I would have got a banner back there, but I was not able to avoid a kill. Still 64, that was interesting. At least for a play around and seeing what they'd do. We got Raver and C lined up. Oh, wow. I've just seen Jolie's in there. That's a worse team. Damn. I don't think I expected to see that in Kyber. Or Kyber 1. Jeez. Yeah, I just don't know why he'd throw Jolie in this team. All right, well, let's start with that. Because Anakin is just going to do next to nothing compared to what he can normally do. Even Cam's neutered. Yeah, 64. And yeah, let's do see what here, see if we can get some banners. Right, we'll link Kanan. And Ezra's won the quickest, so we'll go for Ezra. Okay, base it. Right, Armor Shrek could be annoying. Okay, ult time. Okay, I actually don't mind them doing that because it gives me a little bit of time to try and recover some banners on what. Does have protection over time as well. Or he had it. Right, protection's nearly back on what? 67, that's kind of close. I'll take it. Okay. Just fleet to deal with. Exacta, Profundity, and Radis. Oh. Okay, so. Exacta, we're going to do Executrix. If it goes wrong, we can do Negotiator. Okay, let's get a mark. All right, it's down. Cool. Bring this in. Stun. Steal the buffs. Oof. Okay. I know punishing one's a priority, but I really wanted Xanadu out as well. Right, turn meter up. Let's heal up there because I really want that hanging around. Cool. Okay, that's fine. You know what? Stun. I don't want you taunting, if I can help it. Okay, counterattack I'm assuming is lined up. Let's base it there for a minute. Heal up here a bit. There is a breach on the board, so we won't try and go around it. Yeah, I might as well just hit Houndstooth right now. Come on, I'm getting a load of dodges here. All right, that was 69. Rad. We're going to use our own rad. Empire. Bomber. And so we've got the shuttle, we've got Ray, we've got comeuppance. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go. Let's see how this goes. Worst comes to worst, we've got backup of malevolence. Granted, we haven't got the bomber there. Okay, let's do that. Wiggle. Drop the bombs. Okay, we could lose the bomber at this, right? Yeah. Comeuppance. Base it. Now, come on, we need something here. Oh, that was nowhere near enough. Okay. Not great. We're probably going to need to clean this up. Yeah, I'll take the unit we got out. Let's go with Malevolence. Let's snooze that ad break. Oh, hang on, saying that, we don't do that. We do Spy, don't we? Hopefully that's okay. Okay, let's bring in a Vulture Droid. Put some out there. Cool. All right, I really need some vac. Okay, we got Outrider out. Okay. Bring in Soldier. Is that Biston? Cassian, maybe? I really need them to prioritize the vultures, but they're not going to, I don't think. Yeah, okay. It's not great, it is another drop, but we have got options still, so I'm okay with that. Let me make sure I don't run out of things for this. Yeah, we're on a tricky spot. Oh, let me just shift. I'm wondering if First Order can do it from here. I feel like First Order have got more of a chance here than they have against Radis, so it feels like let's just try and keep them on where they're good, or where they could be good. Yeah, gonna have later mode there. Let's do that. We can't gain turn meter, so I think instead let's do that and that. That's just such a killer. Yeah. Forfeit. That was just such a killer. Okay. I'm wondering if I can swing 2 Galactic Republic fleets. Like, can I do like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then maybe 4 against the Radis. Okay, that wasn't a good move from me considering the buff immunity. I want him to keep going there, so we're just going to focus there a little bit. Oh. Yeah, we're dead and buried here. All right. I've got to hope that I can clean up this. Yeah. I don't think we got enough to win this, but we're going to have to just see if this is enough. All right, let's stand that there. And let's get some Valor on board. All right, let's bring in the tank. Orphans comes in and we get wrecked. That's the issue we're facing. Well, I've got to say, this is not a nice way to lose a Grand Arena, but I can't complain. Well, they haven't done the holder maneuver yet. No, they have. All right, comeuppance is out. Oh, damn it. Okay. We're literally... I've got no words. I've got no words. Piston. Ghost. Phantom. Just try things. Sorry for the outbreak. Well, Twitch folks, anyway. Okay. We are marginally ahead. And if we both can't beat each other's profundity, I've won. I mean, I might as well throw my last fleet at it. All right, speed down was nice. Not nice enough, but nice. Well, with that in mind. You didn't miss much there, folks, in the ad break. If I'm reading this board right, we both haven't got enough to get through our profundities. They've used four fleets to get through the 2 they got through. 2 more there takes it up to 6. 3 on defense is 9. By my reckoning, that's all the fleets. Unless there's one that they haven't thrown. But I feel like we've won. So, yeah, that was not clean, but we did it at least. Okay. Rotes were okay. 375 for fleet. Let's switch accounts. Here we go. Okay. Honestly, if I'm flicking my way through Kyber 1, I'm happy. You know, that's... I was not expecting a win when we dropped on profundity, so the fact that I managed to get through the Radis alright, I mean, it was enough. I'll take it. Especially as I didn't think we were going to get through the Radis. I thought by trying to split my 2 Galactic Republic fleets up, I was being smart, but I was just being an idiot. I should have one-shot the Radis and gone through the banners. Right. Get the fleets. Delete that. Okay, so GA. We won the last round. We were up against last round Jetot. They couldn't get through my Slacker, so yeah. It's a rough one, that. We're up against this guy, though. Owakobumba. All right. Let me click on the profile. I want to see what your name means. Translate selection to English. Back of Ivan. Okay. Not that interesting, if I'm going to be honest. I thought it might have a double meaning. Okay, so. Let's see. We're ahead on GP, 11.7 to 10.9. Got more Zetas, 311 to 274. More Omicrons, 42 to 33. We've both got 7 GLs. Nice for a change. 199 to 177 Relics. Break down the Relics. They've got one more Relic 9 than me, 7 to 8. Got more Relic 8s, 15 to 20. I'm ahead on the 7s, 87 to 52. We've both got 62 Relic 5s. Break down the speed mods. I'm ahead on the 25s, 62 to 18. We're ahead on 20s, 237 to 102. And we're ahead on the 15 pluses, 405 to 252. They've got more Datacrons, though, by quite a distance. They're missing Ahsoka and Lord Vader. The modding, I wouldn't say is overly impressive in terms of speeds, but they've got the... Okay, that isn't right, but the rest seems alright. They haven't got Star Killer. Wow, that's a big gap. Haven't got Afra. No Bo-Katan. No Jar Jar. Luthen's not built. They've got Jocasta Noob up and running. Got the clones at Relic, but not the the new clone, the Dark Side clones, just the Bad Batch. Got Ezra. No Balin. No Great Mother's team. Gideon's not built. So a few gaps in the roster for sure. Let's see. Cal Kestis is the fastest. Damn, that's weird. Yeah. This is a very odd account. So let's see what they placed. So no attacks on my defense and no changes. So let's just go straight to what we got here. We're facing a Traya. We're facing a new Bad Batch. We're facing General Grievous. And we're facing Finzori. Yeah, based on the mods, I'm not expecting anything too great here. I mean, we've got Queenie. We've got Rey. Ooh. Caloran. And Slacker. Ooh. Double S. Got the Barris Kron there. That could be a little annoying. Okay. Kenobi's the straight answer there. But I feel I need to do Seer again. I don't want to try Lord Vader. I haven't got Lord Vader built enough to try it, but... Well, okay, correction. Lord Vader's are at 9, but the clones aren't, and I don't want to use the other Empire sides. At least for Rey. Yeah, I think with that, it's then Bane for Queen. We do Raver for Caloran. Malgus for Traya. Maybe even C. I know it gets a little bit funky with Omega, so tentatively I'm going to throw JML there, assuming the Batwall's lame. Yeah, we haven't really got DCMG here. I've got Traya hanging around, so she could do something. Yeah, I'll hold on to that. Yeah, very lightly I'm going to put all that there, but they could move depending on what the three are here. So we'll stick with this lot for now, but this is the tricky... Well, black is tricky in another way, but this is tricky as far as Barris, so I want to make sure I approach this right. All right, we've got the nice armor pen. Okay, let's go for it. Okay, Dispel. Rocks. Let's throw that at Ezra. Yeah, this is concerning. Raise the shield. Just top up Taran a bit. $62 stacks. Okay, we've got the taunt back there. Oh, whirlwinds do scare. Yeah, they're going into another ult. Yeah, this is not fun. Let's stun Ezra. Dispel what buffs we can. And yeah, I am actually going to use the ult just so that we heal a bit. Alright, can I get Ezra out? Okay, that is a positive. Good, okay. Not nice, but if we can just get Taran going. There we go. Okay. I don't care that it was bad. I'm just taking that we got through it. So 69. I think that is a definitive good first battle in the sense that you get the 10 for the win. So it's like we kind of just slipped through it. Yeah, I'll definitely take it. All right, we got the Hodocron. We got all the people we need to take out Slacker. Let's just hope we can do it. Okay. Leap. Pass that back to Canobster. And put that on Kitty Cat. I don't know if she stealths here. No, we're, oh, she's bloody out. Can't be targeted, damn you. Is someone on my side not taking a turn? Or is it their side? Alright, she can be targeted now, but she's under stealth, so great. Great. There's a point when it's hard not to think to yourself it's going too smoothly. We're still in alt, which is something. There we go. By no means was this perfect. In fact, it could still go very wrong. But I'm gonna say at least Ray's out. All right, pass that back to the Knobster. Put that on Snips, just for the fact that she's looking squishier. Basic for protection up. Basic. Back to Knobster. Alt. Leap. Cool. 65. Alright, I'm feeling a bit better now because they were the two worst ones. They could have really tripped me. Let's go Bane. I need a good option here. Like, I always feel like I don't have a good throwaway unit. I think it's going to be Maul. Let's go for it. Okay, we weren't expecting anything that time. Bit of days would have been nice. Until they so rudely decided, no, we're not going to take that days. Right, sucky, sucky, sucky. Okay, all sides are waste, so I might as well just pick Queen. Alright, she brings our Handmaiden back, but it won't do her much good. $65 again. And then Caloran, I think I said I was going to do Raver. That still feels alright. I know there's Granny with a gun there, but I think we should be alright. You won your GAC by 1 banner flock. Nice one. Nice one. Let's go here. I mean, I'm hoping I've won despite on my main account this is. I'm hoping I've won for the fact that we both can't clear profundity. So I'm just hoping they haven't been sneaky and got something in reserve. That would be very disheartening. Right, there's probably going to be a cleanse from Shaq soon. That's a nice little flex, isn't it? It's always nice when you feel like you've punched up well. You know what I mean? That is deflective ward, isn't it? Yeah. All right, Granny with the guns here. I'm a touch concerned. Okay. Well, the death marks are flowing. Can we just do that to you for a minute? All right, there she is with a rifle. Okay, that did rob us banners, 52. Okay. Not a great wall. Qui-Gon. That two back walls about Qui-Gon. This, isn't it? Dash and Geos. Wow, I have not seen Geos on defense in, well, probably not as long as I think, because I'm sure I faced them recently, but before that, I'm sure it was a while. All right, so, yeah, I'm just going to do that and that and I honestly don't know that. Jeez Louise. What's that film with, is it Gladiator? Are you not entertained? It's like, I feel like I'm trying to, like, elevate the content a little bit here, and it's like, my opponents are going, we'll put crap down. All right, let's go 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Got anything with decent protection? Go on, you can have that. All right, let's mark Beecher. And we'll pace a turn. Yeah, maybe best not to do accents. Duns. Let's go over there. Can we daze Omega? There we go, another one down. I think here we can do an insta-kill. Cool. Finzori. That was Malgus. Oh, let's try again. I'm curious what the Datacron meta's going to be. Because I saw the roses and I'm like, that actually looks pretty interesting. But I feel like if you're talking about popularity, I think the one people are going for is Scav Ray, and I'm like, does it actually make Scav Ray viable? I know 25% offense per rally amplifier level is big, but it's hard not to say she's still Scav Ray. You know what I mean? And then you got something like 1 per cron, which could be fun, but I honestly don't know. All right, it's not perfect banner recovery, but it's as close as I can probably get. Yeah, 65, we actually got it. Cool. All right, Freya. I said I was going to do C there, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, let's go for that. All right, put the tank tech on and let's link one that we have to and one that we don't. All right, here they come. In fairness, Watt's going to kill himself. There we go. He just can't help it with the assisting, can he? He's like, I'm helping, I'm helping. No, you're not, sadly. In his defense, he did his main job before the battle even really got going. All right, we've got an ad break coming up on Twitch, so I'll try and run that manually. See, this is how you do an insta-kill. Don't faff around like that, Nihilus. There we go. 65. And then GG. Can we get this one done fast? Night Sisters. What did I say I was going to do at the back? I think I'm going to move Bo-Katan up here. And we're going to do Lord Vader there. I think we should be able to do this on under 2 minutes. There we go, some potential good counters here. You can avoid the target lock anyway. Okay, can we aim at the DDK? Lovely. We're feeling quite beefy right now. Let's get that off there. We want bow assisting. Cool. All right, ad break incoming. Let's get that over and done with. Ooh. So yeah, this looks okay. I mean, we've got... Let me bring it back up. We've got Jabba for Qui-Gon just to nullify the DL bit of the Omicron. We've got Dabba Boba to take down that Dash team. And yeah, Lord Vader should be more than enough for the Geos. I'm actually curious if he can do it on his own. I've never tried it, but it'd be nice if he could. Okay. Let's see if we can be one of the 95%, eh? We're going to see if we can be part of the 95% that can solo geos with Lord Vader. We've got a prawn we've been using for Lord Vader, so see if we can do it. Let's start off with days on them. They'll cleanse it soon enough, obviously. Okay, we're at full ult. Beautiful. I mean, it's 68 rather than 69, but hey, I'll take it. Okay, we can two-man this. Okay. Yeah, I just didn't want to be dazed. That just felt rude. It's like, which one of these bad targets do you want to kill first? Alright. 68. Thank you very much. I'm actually wondering if Jabba could solo that, but... Can he? Am I being greedy? That's the question. Am I being greedy? Go on. Try again. I think I broke it. Yeah, I broke something. Let's relaunch the website, see if that helps. Right, Jabba. Exact members. Lead. Qui-Gon Jinn. There we go. Yeah, he can do it. It's a limited sample size, but he can do it. Let's give it a go then. Yeah, let's give him that one. Yeah, this is looking good. I mean, they don't seem to have the damage to get through Jabba. I'd say maybe another turn? 2 turns? Yeet and delete. I will have to give Hal 80's due, by the way. I would not have thought of Jabra as a solo GL before the suggestion of following Malgus. Just was something that was not on my radar. To be fair, at this level, solos are kind of rare beasts anyway. I'm going to go full auto here, just on the off chance we can actually get thermals down and deal damage that way. I feel like we got the 2 priority targets out. The only thing I'm wary of is if auto basic is the way that you manage the solo. There we go, I'd say we're fine. Yeah, 69. Alright, Fleet Wall. We got Leviathan, Profundity, and Radus. Okay. I've kept Profundity on offense here because I don't feel as comfortable with the off metas on this account. So we're going to do these and this. All right, basic. I had a mental blank then of what to do. Okay. We didn't get buff immunity or anything like that, so not ideal. Right, reinforcement, bring in Mark 6. All right, dagger down, that's big. Flyby takes to 88%. Basic takes us to 98. So any crits should get us over the line. Yeah, Mark 6, bye-bye Outrider. Oh, wow, didn't go for Outrider, cool. I will take RNG like that any day. Cool. Right, we're going to pass that there. Flyby. I know I've got reinforcements available, but I figure let's just try and maximize banners by not using them. Yeah, 68. Right, so the prof. Yeah, it's got to be Radis. I know it didn't go to plan on my main, but I haven't got Malevolence here anyway. So yeah, just got to work. We've got what we got. Okay, let's do that. That was a good tenacity roll as far as we didn't get protection disruption. Wiggle. Put the burning out. All right, in comes comeuppance. All right, good. Bye-bye. Go on, have that. Cool. One shot. 71. And then we can afford to do this comfortably. So Empire, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go. Right, aim at the tank. Defend it. Can we get a kill there? Yes. And cool. 74? 73. I'll take 73. Okay, final score, 1836. We're in a good par range there, so I am very, very happy. All right. Yeah, I feel like I've had a good round. I feel like I've had 2 very good rounds, so I am chuffed to bits there. Even with Temmin going a little bit wonky with profundity, I feel like in general that was a good little round. So I am really, really happy going into round 3 now. All right, so with that in mind, let's go and find a raid location for you guys. If you're on YouTube, hopefully you can find someone based on what I'm doing. I really wish I could. I really wish I could do like a raid there. Oh, that was funny. All right, just get rid of these because they're in my way. Steve? Is Vex streaming on YouTube? Oh, right. Well, I would, if I can encourage anyone on YouTube to go to Vex, I would say that, because if I could send you that way, I would do it. But yeah, as far as Twitch side, I know we got RSG, Wolfie, and Nooch. So, oh, and Death's Helm as well. Let's go to Death's Helm then, because Death's Helm's popped in the chat today. So let's just say hi. Let's start that then. Yeah, it's a little bit frustrating. I wish there was a way of coordinating it like that, but the best thing I can do is just head that way. All right, so we have had a resub from Kadabug. Thank you very much, Kadabug. And yeah, we'll be back now Monday. So tune in then, folks. Got the raid launched, and I will see you then. Bye for now, everyone.